What's up, everybody? Rel here from E&J Cap, also trading finance with E&J. Now, I know I told y'all I was going to go over how to pick a winning stock, and I promise y'all I'm going to get to that. But for right now, I want to go over something that's very important for people to understand, and I feel like people lack the financial literacy too. So, with that being said, let's talk about credit. Now, what is credit exactly? Now, credit is borrowing the means of paying back, especially paying on time. Keep that in mind. To simplify it even more, think of credit as how trustworthy you are. Now, essentially, credit is for big purchases. It could be to buy a home, purchase a car, maybe buy a boat or a jet ski, or swipe that credit card for a family vacation, earn some rewards on your credit card. But I can tell you, a person with an 800 credit score and a person with a 600 credit score is not going to be paying the same rate. So in the long run, having a higher credit score will save you thousands in the long run as a foundation for your financial journey. Same thing with a house. You're not going to build a house on a weak foundation. And if you do, it's just gonna break. So take your learning serious. Now, I'm pretty sure people come across individuals that are always talking negative about credit cards or saying how you can go into debt with them or you'll be paying high interest rates. Let me tell you something. I've come across people like this. I can tell you right off the bat, they have no self-control of their money. They have bad spending habits. They spend more than they make, and they're always late on their bills. So stay away from people like that, because I can tell you from experience, you're gonna have to start from the bottom eventually. So yes, you will be paying higher interest rates. You're gonna be paying a high APR. That just comes with the territory. If you have no credit, you gotta build your way up. And the reason I'm making this video is because I went through the hardest time with my credit, and I know experience is the best learner. So I'm here making this video so you guys can get some value on it and not do what I did. One of my favorite quotes is from Jay-Z. If you can't afford to buy it twice, you can't afford it at all. So with that being said, what's the pros of having a good credit score? Well, let me tell you, borrowing is cheaper, better interest rates, and you can save more money. Also, you have leverage, and with leverage comes negotiation. For those people, don't sleep on negotiation skills. If you have a high credit, you can talk down your rates. Trust me, I've done it before. The power of negotiation is a dying skill. Learn it, master it. It will help you out. Now, I'm going to share my experience on how I dropped my score 70 to 80 points in 1 month. Please do not make the same mistakes I did. Now, for those who've been watching this channel know I've been trying to get into real estate, not to be an agent or anything, strictly investing. That's all I want to be, an investor. So I go get pre-approved for a loan. I get pre-approved, okay, which is great. My first mistake was he comes back, he talks to me. He says, hey, your credit score has been improving. Would you like to raise your credit limit? I'm like, sure, why not? Let's go. Okay, first mistake. I'm going to tell you the second mistake. So he's like, oh, by the way, you can get a better rate with a higher limit with a newer credit card if you apply today. I'm like, okay, let's do it. Second mistake. Now, end of the month comes, I get another loan, a starter loan, because I'm trying to build up credit more and more and just have a good credit history on time payments. So that was my third mistake, getting 3 hard inquiries in 1 month. It dropped my score crazy. Do not do that. 1 hard inquiry is good, and you go over that, it's going to be crazy. It's not bad, but it will drop your score. Trust me. When I was building up my credit, I was going crazy. Like I'm not even gonna lie. I was being cocky when my credit score was going up. So I got a piece of humble pie. Now, a hard inquiry stays on your record for 2 years, but it only affects the first year. Put credit cards out there. So we have a secured credit card, which is basically you put a down payment of money on the credit card. Now this is your credit card limit. Now if you default on the credit, they will take that money. Also, this is a credit card, so watch out for your credit usage. Make sure you keep an eye on that, because if it's not below 20, you want to keep it at 20. 30 is decent, but 20 is really the cut point where they want to see. So 20. These foundation cards are usually cards that offer some type of rewards. You want to look for these cards that also have no annual fees as well. Next, we have a keeper card. What is a keeper card, Rao? A keeper card is something that provides value that gets outweighed by the annual fee each year. Now, it could be maybe a free night in the hotel, or maybe a free dinner or somewhere, but you want the annual fee to get outweighed by the value that's getting provided by that card. Now, next, we have travel card. Plain and simple, what is a travel card? Obviously, you're going to earn free travel, but the downfall on these travel cards is you're going to have to be doing a lot of traveling just to accumulate a free trip. So if you got the money like that, by all means, go for it, guys. Next, we got the tier 1 credit. Now, these are for the big rollers. Annual fees are usually from 5 to 6, sometimes even thousands of dollars. These type of cards offer great rewards as well. So if you got the money and good credit score, why not have a good credit card? And this one makes me mad the most. A prepaid card is not a credit card. There's no line of credit that's attached to that, so your score will not go up. I hear so many people say, oh, get a prepaid credit card. Like, there's no line of credit attached to it, so your score is not going to go up. You're not going to see it go up. So yeah, just go for a secured credit card if that's the case. You're going to be paying a little bit higher of interest rate, but that's fine. What is your credit score and what is it made of? Well, there's 5 categories that make up your credit score. I'm going to go over them now. So we have payment history, which accumulates up to 35% of your credit score. Next, we have amounts owed, which is 30%. Length of your credit history, 15%. This is probably one of the most important in my eye, because if you don't have a long history of credit, you're never going to get approved for a lot of stuff. So heads up. And then we have credit mix, which is another 10% of your credit score. New credit lines come up to 10% of your credit score. So the 3 main credit bureaus are TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Those are your 3 main credit bureaus. I'm so glad you guys made it this far. I'm sorry if I was boring y'all, but I promise this is where the best information comes. I get excited because I know these tips and tricks will work, because I did it myself and others with me, and it boosted the score. So I'm going to give you these tips right now. So if you pay often, maybe twice a month before each billing cycle, your credit will go up. Next, pay on time. You don't pay on time, like I said earlier, they view being late on a credit card worse than a mortgage payment. So always be on time. Keep your credit usage at a 20. 30 is the cutoff limit, but 20 is like the safe point. So keep it at 20. Now, the next one, which is my favorite, you can do starter loans to build up your credit. Starter loans go from maybe 500 to 1,000, paid off a month, score goes up. You continue to do that, your scores will keep on climbing. But here's my all-time favorite. Did you know you can actually buy credit? Most people don't know that. It is called a trade line. Now, what a trade line is, I'm going to give you an example. Say you come to me, I have an 850 credit score, and you need help building your credit. Maybe you hit a rough time in your life. That's fine. It happens. So you come to me, you say, hey, Jarrell, I need some credit. Can I buy some from you? So, okay, sell him a trade line. Now, a trade line is basically he becomes an authorized user under me, since I'm the primary card holder. Now, credit bureaus frown upon this. It's not illegal. Is you're piggybacking off my credit history, my cards, and all of that. So go on to you for the first couple 2 months until I take you off, and then your credit will go up. It does work because I've done it myself before. It can get pricey, but however, Make sure you're doing these trade lines with people you know and you trust. I wouldn't go out to some random stranger and say, hey, let me be on your credit card. Now, by law, the authorized user doesn't have to pay back. So make sure you trust the person you're putting under your authorization. So that's one. It's a trade line for you guys. Here's another tip. There's also a 609 dispute letter. What this basically does is you're trying to remove a negative remark on your crowd. What you do is call the credit bureau, tell them you want to file a 609 letter. Story time. I had a retail store credit card. And I was always wondering, why does my bill keep going up when I'm making minimum payments? Come to find out, the money I was paying, maybe $5 of that was actually going to the bill and the rest was going to interest. So that minimum payments, ignore. Pay it all off if you can. If you can't, that's understandable. But even if you can't, just make sure you have a card that offers like some type of double cash or any type of reward so you can get something out of your money. Another tip is you could raise your credit limit. Now, this essentially will lower your usage. It also creates more flexibility, but with this comes more responsibility, so be careful. Now, stay tuned because I'm going to drop a strategy that you could use for investing. And also, one of the biggest credit card myths is reporting a card loss. It doesn't shoot up your score. That's just, you're getting the same credit line you had previously, so that's a myth. Things not to do when you have a credit card. Don't open too many lines. Don't overspend. Avoid making minimum payments. Just pay it all off so you can skip the interest as well. Don't go inactive on your card because a credit card company will look at that and like, oh, maybe they lost it and never end up calling. So they're going to cancel out your credit card. Right there, that means they're canceling out your credit history as well. You don't want to do that. That's a cool little strategy for you guys, for you entrepreneurs. You could honestly start a business with a credit card that offers you zero interest rate for 16 months. But however, if you are late on one payment, they will cut that and your APR will go up like the COVID cases in Rhode Island. So be aware of that as well. So guys, that's the video for today. Make sure you also check the tips that I'm putting into this video as well. Pause it, write them down, whatever's helpful for you guys. Like I said, I hope we gave you some type of value. I hope you can learn from my mistakes I made with my credit journey because I don't want you guys to go through the same mistakes I went through. So this is Rel. Guys, make sure you guys like and subscribe and make sure you guys comment. We talk back. Like this is what we're here for. We're all good vibes, like I said. Talk to us, ask us questions. We'll be gladly to answer you guys back. Make sure you guys have a wonderful day. Stay healthy, stay beautiful. Rel out. Be easy, guys. Peace.